What's up, guys? This is Higgins with Legal Automations. I'm on a quest to try out every filament in every color. And on today's episode, we are taking a deep dive into VoxelPLA's PETG plus high speed in orange. So this is the way that it came, by the way. It came in that I ordered about 5 spools, 3 of the whites and white spools, and then 1 purple, which is on upcoming, and then the orange. It didn't seem like the orange was probably vacuum packed, and this is a different kind of spool than what, like, it's just a sticker on a spool rather than like what the white one had. Very weird. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this dry just in case if there's any moisture or anything, because we always dry our filament here. Alright, so we have the... Always start out by printing out a generic benchy in the generic settings in Bamboo Studio. This one should take a little over an hour, so we got that done. Yeah, and I'll show you the rest of the test prints, and here they are. Again, the orange is very nice. I don't have any issues with the color or the quality of anything like that. Anyway, so, you know, I told partially some of this story on the last VoxelPLA episode. But yeah, so but I have more to it than that. So the orange benchy looks pretty good. No real major issues there. Maybe a little bit of stringing, but nothing really to write home about. Again, 40 by 40 by 40 millimeter cubed. Here, no real issues with that. The temperature tower for the orange did suggest that the best temperature was 245 rather than the 240 that was on the white. So whatever they're adding helped with increasing the temp. Next up, the retraction test. The retraction test looks good. No real major issues with that. There. Next up, we had the max volumetric speed test. And this one printed beautifully at 28 millimeters cubed per second. Again, you know, this is marketed as high speed, so I'm not expecting anything less. Overhang test turned out very well. Again, as you get closer to 80 degrees, you're probably going to want to enable supports probably around 75, 70, just in case you're doing anything hyper detailed that you need to make sure that it doesn't fail. And yeah, so this is the generic the updated benchy. This one has no real stringing, nothing like that. So again, this is Voxel's website. They market it as the most reliable filament on earth on how it's strong and everything like that and engineered. And you know, they have same day shipping, that kind of thing. You know. Anyway, so the orange can be picked up for $16.99. Again, the link is in the description down below. They do bulk orders, or excuse me, the more that you order, the more you save per kilogram. Generally speaking, you know, the filament's good. I don't have any issues with the actual filament itself. It does run a little bit like $16.99. I get it. They're trying to make up their costs wherever they can. It does feel like the spool holder, the spool itself, you know, very little graphics, just a sticker placed on a plastic spool, that kind of thing does feel a little bit odd. But overall, it's good filament. Nothing wrong with the filament itself. I just have some concerns about the customer service that came about from when I purchased this. When I purchased it, there was no indication on their website that the purple and the orange were back ordered or anything like that. Basically, it specifically stated that the ad be shipped, you know, within whatever time. I think like within 3 days or 2 days or whatever. It said same day shipping, but whatever, things happen. All right. You know, unfortunately, I ordered this back in January, and it didn't arrive until March. So I reached out in February to them, basically like, hey, what's going on? You know, I know things happen. We had crazy weather this winter. This stuff happens. Basically, they said, "Oh, this was sold out at the time when I purchased it." Again, there is nothing that indicate that it was. Um, and they could ship out just the white filament, but one of the thing or something else. But I declined because I specifically wanted to review these. One of the reasons why is because I kept seeing reviews, or sorry, channel sponsorships from other YouTubers that had Voxel as a sponsor, and I couldn't see any reviews of what the filament was like, or the company, or anything like that. So yeah, the customer service thing, it's going to be important as 3D printing grows as not just a hobby, but like enters actual daily life. And people are going to expect good quality, service, customer service. I didn't get that, and that's fine. It happens. I've done that customer service beat before. It's not an easy job. But this is something that we need to be, as consumers, aware of. Anyway, I got another one of Voxel's, the purple, like I said, that we're going to review. So stay tuned for that one. If you like this type of content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the nice YouTube things. Be kind to each other. I try to be, especially even when I'm reviewing companies. Anyway, I've been Higgins with Legal Automations. Hope to see you on the next episode. Thanks.